This is a must-watch video. I'm going to record this live and I'm going to put this on my YouTube channel. Let's watch Aaron Knapp.
All right, I don't know. I had to change my connection to my phone and not my Wi-Fi. So I don't know how well this is going to continue over, but you got the county prosecutor participating in this now. You got the county sheriff participating in this now, and I'm sick of it. I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of the lies. I'm sick of the runaround. I'm sick of the hurry up and wait. I'm sick of the denials. I think I'm just going to sue all of you. But as I was saying before I went there, now that I've started this process against the city and I've discovered the county's role in it, I'll be sending a settlement offer to the county as well. So while I'm offering a settlement offer of $450 to the city, that doesn't alleviate the county from their responsibility, nor does it alleviate Applewood from their responsibility. And now that I have direct proof that I just got resetting the tolling period for 2 years, showing that Applewood was bullied into firing me and that Chief McCann did it and that the courts participated in it, oh, that's going to be a great lawsuit. And imagine this when I actually do get my interview with Mike Mason, who's running a little behind right now, and all of that information goes out to the public. I mean, I get it. I've got 1,000 or 2,000 viewers, but everyone already knows me from the Channel 19 views when I did the streets. What do you think is going to happen when I tell this story? And this story is getting told. You guys already realize it. I realize it. Everyone's starting to pick up the phone now because you guys all realize you're screwed because of what you did. You did this. Jack Bradley, you did this. Ray Carrion, you did this. Joseph Levesque, you did this. Pat Riley, you did this. City Council, every last one of you, except for Baez, did this. Because you all knew. You were all aware of what McCann was doing. Even you, Victoria, even though I know you had no power to stand up to it, all of you knew. All of you had the emails. I messaged every last one of you. This is how I hooked all of you. So anyone that's been CC'd in my emails, you're all on the hook. You should have reported it. You should have told somebody. Very few news agencies actually took me up on it. Channel 19's clear, as is Lorain Daily and Vermilion Daily, because they reported accurately on the matter. Now, Chronicle? No, they didn't. So that's where we stand. Chronicle didn't decide to post any of it, nor did any of the other places decide to do any of this stuff. And that's what I find amusing, is that you guys continue to ignore me, thinking that I'm just going to go away, but I never do I? And that's the fun thing about veterans, is that we hurry up and wait. I'll sit here all day long and mess with you guys until you give me what I want. And now it's going to be money. So I'm already suing the city. So next up is the county and Applewood. And hey guys, I might even go as far as to sue CASA, because you involved CASA. You sent my private employment information to I don't know what the hell CASA is in your courts, but you sent them my information. That's illegal too. You realize how bad you guys screwed up? So bad. On top of which, you played that Tia Hilton game, which you still haven't given me any of those files, which you're required by law to give, and I've asked 3 days to see them. Same thing with the city documents and records. And just because you guys took a day off in the middle of the week doesn't mean you get to take that day off too. That day's still ticking. So again, don't have any of my information. You don't have any of my records. You can't seem to do your jobs. Pull your heads out of your asses and do your jobs. I mean, Mr. Denied, Mr. Bradley, Mr. I'm going to do what the law says. I'm a lawyer. No, you're not. Because you just broke your ethical code. You've lied to me. You've lied to me, and Carrion's lied to me, and Levesque's lied to me, and City Council's lied to me, and worse yet, you've all ignored me. So, I mean, here's my message for all of you that did this to me, including McCann. Because, you guys are assholes. And honestly, everyone's like, you talk to people that way, you're a social worker and you're running for office. Yes, I am. Maybe it's about time somebody started speaking the people's language instead of worrying about, you can't say this or you can't say that. Well, what I can say is this, is that you guys have put up with this bullcrap for long enough, and I have put up with it for long enough, and I'm not going to continue to put up with it. I'm not going to continue to deal with this kind of BS from you folks. From my government that I pay your salaries. I'm not going to continue to let people like, Tony DeMacchia and Joseph Thornsberry and Mary Mary, quite contrary. Not Spellacy, but whatever her last name is, Sprinkowski. Run ramshot over my city anymore. I'm not going to let them pothole my cities. I'm not going to have an inbox full of citizens that are upset at our county and city courts and our municipal judges and our law directors. I mean, God, the list goes on. From Graves to Riley to Radiff to all of these people. You guys are a bunch of yaks. Like, I've never seen a bunch of more small town, hick-ass lawyers trying to be important and self-important in my life. You guys are nothing but a bunch of small town hicks. And I know it because I've lived in small towns. And I'm a small town hick with a big brain. We recognize our own. And you guys are a bunch of small town hicks. You're trying to be big. You're trying to be special, but you're nothing. You know, again, I want your emails. I want your texts. I want it all. Because I own you now. Because you guys played a game and you lost. Every last one of you. And you've been playing this game for so long. I mean, look, you have no further to look than the community pages of every single page in this town. From Vermilion to, the Lorain Daily's pages. It's all in there. Go look at TJ Sire and what she's doing over or he, I don't know, honestly. I think it's a she, in Sheffield. Like him or love him or leave him, you've got the person who often masquerades as Sensei Cobra or as Lorain County, whatever, or whatever email they're using today that has pertinent information that they're sharing with people. You have these people out there that are doing the work. You have the Lorain dailies, the Vermilion dailies. I mean, and again, let's question that. Why is it that Lorain Daily and Vermilion Daily get treated like second-class citizens by our government when it comes to requesting records? Why is it that when I'm watching the shooting on TV, I see every news station, including Channel 19 News, corralled into a news area, but yet I see off in the distance the Times Chronicle or whatever Chronicle getting preferential treatment? So why is it that our government at all levels gives preferential treatment to the Chronicle? Why is it that other media's outlets aren't given equal access? So one of the things I'm going to be doing moving forward is asking for equal access. Now, if you vote me city council, everyone gets equal access. We'll have press conferences. We're not going to have these little favoritism pots where we let Carissa Wytalk or somebody from that organization into a meeting somewhere and they don't belong there. They belong in the corral with the rest of the media. You treat all media the same. That's how this works. You don't do whatever you want. And that's what our cities have been doing. For 200 years, they've been passing information on to the Chronicle. No more, no mas. Equal access, equal access, equal access. You use PR reports, and if I start seeing the Chronicle getting unequal access to stuff, like for instance, City Council. Carissa, stop walking during the City Council meeting. Stop walking into the corral because we have a citizen right now that's on trial for that, and your jackass keeps walking into unplugged shit. You guys keep traipsing people in there, even after your ex-chief of police clearly made a statement that said you couldn't do this, and then he turned around and did it. You guys are jokes. All of you. I mean, honestly, for everyone that bitches at me, oh, you want to be city council? It can't be that hard. Look at these jokes that you have in office now. You can talk all the crap you want about me. I go out and I'm a human being just like anyone else. I'm not proclaiming to be anything better or worse. I'm just like everyone else. I make mistakes. I can be wrong. I can be right. But the bottom line is that I'm going to do the job. I'm going to do the work. I'm not going to just show up and cash a check. I'm not going to show up and get on my phone and blow off my citizenry because the proof is in my streets. The proof is in the people that comment to me out on the streets that say, we see what you did, Aaron. We know that's not him. We know that was you. You were on Channel 19 News. And these are random people like, hey, shout out to that guy the other day in that government building that was doing security that called me out by name and knew who I was and said he was voting for me. I see you, my friend. I see you. I'm not going to call out your building because I don't want any bad news to come down on you, but you knew me by name, you knew me by face, and you saw me looking at the commissioner's pictures on the wall, and you were like, boy, you really don't like those guys, do you, Aaron? I've never met this man before in my life, but this is the impact that you have when you make long-lasting, lifelong change for people in their communities. That's my goal. That's what I'm going to keep doing. I got some appointments today, and then I'm going to be back on the warpath after that. We're we're gonna start writing some more letters. We're gonna send another. Now we're gonna send a demand letter to the county asking for them to send their portion of their liability to their insurance carrier, Corsa. And then we're gonna work on Applewood after that. So welcome to the jungle, folks. This is the new world. Aaron ain't playing no more. I know you think that because you gave me a little bit of what I wanted, I would go away. But now, just like Andy Dufresne, I'm gonna ask 3 times as hard. We can live in the court of claims if that's what you need to do, if you want to fail to continue to give me records. But I'm going to promise all of you this next. So we're going to get this to the point where the cities and the counties just give their records without question, where the Vermilion Daily and the Lorain Daily can send emails, and Channel 19 News can send emails, and CBS 5 and any of these other agencies can send emails and get the same records that the Chronicle can. That Aaron doesn't have to do it for people anymore. Because if you wonder why it's always me requesting and always me in the court of claims, it's because the cities don't give people stuff. Every time I get something, I have another 15 people in my field saying, I can't get shit out of these people. And I don't blame them. You can't get shit out of them. They're lazy. All of them are. I mean, what? I haven't heard from Jack Hall or Tony Silla since I put him in office now. Well, I mean, I've heard from Hall a few times before he called and said I couldn't go to a steak dinner because of, somebody was saying that me and him colluded. So I mean, again, how quickly they discard you like a piece of trash because you're not valuable to them anymore. But that's okay. I don't need them to call me because I'm going to sue him and I'm going to give my records. And it's the same thing I told him when I elected him. Hey, we ain't buddies. We ain't friends. You ain't going to call me once you're in an election position. I'm not going to get invites to the black tie ball. I mean, how quickly they forget that people in their own organization gave me all the information on Coonrad. How quickly they forget that people in their own organizations wrote the letters that I sent in regards to certain people and certain people running against them. How quickly they forget all of these things that I did for them. How quickly they forget all the times they called me up and asked me for advice on websites and how things looked and all of that. And how quickly I'm still getting thank you calls. I helped them develop their therapy dog program. I'm connecting them with outside resources for Crossroads still, even though they shit on me. That's what I do. So just remember this, folks, and remember the dirt that I have on everybody is still slowly coming out. And that's not a threat because I don't want anybody thinking I'm Ashley Ford. I'm not threatening anyone. I'm telling you right now that as I see fit, I am releasing this information slowly but surely. So if you think I have something, I most likely do. If you think it's coming out, it definitely is. I just haven't gotten around to it. It takes me a few days to kind of work up to get the energy going like I did yesterday and post 17 things in one day. But there will be more to come. There will be more going on. And for as much as you guys want to come in and hammer me and you want to talk all the mad shit in the world to me, I don't fucking care. And all of you say, oh, you're not going to win the election. Watch me. Watch me. You don't have any Republicans running. There are a lot of Republicans in this town that are going to vote R. So watch me win without trying. Well, I am trying in one arena. I'm not trying to win your vote by going out and shaking your hand and driving around in parades. I'm winning your vote by being on Channel 19 News. I'm winning your vote by getting your streets fixed. You want to see why you should vote for me? Look at all the streets in South Lorain around the school. That's why you should vote for me. Look at all the victories I've racked up. Look at all the times I've been right, never been wrong, always been right when it comes to these governmental entities. So if you put me on city council, that's what I'm going to do. Be right. Come up the works. Make sure they do things right. Make sure they spend your money right. Because they're not right now. And again, they've been blowing me off for 2.5 years. I want you to take into account that they all lied. All the way down from your mayor to your safety service director to Sanford, Washington, to X1, to Lori Kukowski. Your entire government is on the hook right now because I've emailed them all the same documents. And they all swore an ethical oath to report that. None of them reported it. None of them went beyond their statutory receiving of the email. They had a statutory duty to send that, forward that on to an ethics commission or something, and none of them did. So now all of them are suspect, all of them are liable, and your city is liable. And I'm going to get paid. You guys can hate me all you want while I'm counting the money, the tax dollars that are going to go into my wallet because your government is stupid and couldn't settle for a handshake and get rid of McCann 2 years ago. So again, here we are, sitting on the precipice of some big changes coming, folks, some big changes. And again, I do want to offer my condolences to the officer who passed away and whose procession is today. But for those that would say, can't you ever give it a rest? I would say no. No. Today is the day. And today's the only day we have. And I don't stop for rain or shine. I don't stop for death or life. We didn't stop on the battlefield. We don't stop now. You know, I respect his sacrifice. But because of his sacrifice, we go on. Because of his sacrifice, we continue to honor the government that he served. And we do that by holding our government officials accountable. His life meant something. He swore an oath to the Constitution, and he died for it. Let that sink in. That document was what he served, not the people. Just like the military. That document is what governs us. And that document is what gave me the right to make these complaints without retaliation. And I did, and they retaliated, and then they all hit it. I mean, again, Morris has had to apologize to me. Chief lied to me, too. Imagine that. The chief lied to a captain in regards to public records. That's not a crime? They withheld public records for 2.5 years. That's not a crime? They denied they even existed. That's not a crime? You lied to other officers and then they lied to me? Again, ethical violations galore. And they all fall back on one man, Jack Bradley. Jack denied Bradley because he knew and he allowed it to happen. Just like his little boy Soto did too. Oh, I used to be a cop, so I can investigate. Well, if you used to be a cop and you're still a reserve cop and you can't investigate, then what the fuck are you doing on the government? Like, that sounds hatch-acty to me, too. So, again, pull your guys' heads out of your asses because accountability's coming and Aaron's tired. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. Aaron Knapp, once again, live here on my front porch, Lorain County and Lorain City Politics Unplugged. Great to see you guys again. You make it a wonderful day.
Thank you, Aaron Knapp, for all the information and all the corruption you've uncovered in the city of Lorain. Let's bring some accountability to this town and this county. Thank you for doing it.